Hey guys, we're back. This is, I think, going to be part 6. The last video, I got the mount done for the rear sight. I got to thinking about it, got to looking at it. There's a couple things I didn't like. So I decided I was going to make a couple changes. I didn't take any video of it. But basically I stuck the mount in the lathe and started doing a little more machining on it, and I screwed it up. Tool caught it, ripped it out of the lathe, chewed it up. So I had to remake the whole thing, which I guess was alright because I wanted to make some changes to it anyways. But I'll bring you over here to the bench and reset the camera and show you what I did, show you the old one and the new one, and then we'll move on from there to the next part. Okay, here's the two pieces. This one here is the first one, the one that I showed me making. As you can see, it's got some chowder marks on it there. Basically what I was trying to do, if you remember, this area here was flat, and the piece that mounts to this is going to have to pivot like this, and I wanted a radius in there rather than having it flat so that that piece could set down in there and look nice and tight but still have room to pivot. So I rigged it up in my lathe, and I tried to come in here with an end mill and put that radius in, and what happened is I had it in the same fixture that I did when I drilled the hole in it, which was I had it threaded into a piece of 3/8 rod that was mounted in my boring bar holder, and I had my end mill coming in like this, and I was bringing the piece in like this, and the end mill just grabbed it and spun it and put them marks in it. Another thing was I wasn't happy with the hole. I didn't think there was enough meat around the hole, so I wanted to go to a smaller hole. And then the next issue, once I got to thinking about things, is this threaded stud on the bottom of it. I was going to just drill and thread a hole in the tang of the rifle and screw this into it. Well, the problem is when this thing's on there, it's got to set if this is the center line of the rifle from front to back, it's got to set straight in line with the center line of the rifle. Well, when that thread's in there, it may stop somewhere over here, and the only way to get it straight is either to shim it back or to take it out, put it back in the lathe, and trim some off of this surface until it'll index around where I need it to be. So I didn't really like that. So basically what I did is I just totally remade the thing. As you can see, I've got my radius down here like I wanted on both sides. The hole's got plenty of meat around it. I drilled it and then reamed it to 252 thousandths. And then I went ahead and made the pin that's going to go through there. Like I say, this hole is 252. This pin is 251 and a half. It's actually, I think, 251 3/10. And then what I'll do, the piece that sets down over this, the next piece I make, this, and then the pin goes through it, and that's going to be the pivot point for the whole thing. So what I did is drilled and reamed this hole to 252, made the pin 251 plus a little bit, about 251 and 3/10, and then I'll ream the holes in the piece that sets over this. I'll ream them to 250. That'll give me a little bit of a press on the outside, and it's a real nice slip in this center, and so it'll hold solid in the outer pieces and pivot in the center. And then that's what the sight will hinge on. The next, this is the actual mount that mounts it to the rifle. The next piece that I make is going to be part of the actual sight. From here on up, it's going to be mostly steel. I've got a piece of steel over here in the lathe. I'm going to start machining it to start making the next piece. And I think that'll be about it for part 6 here. I'm trying to keep these videos fairly short. Part 7, I'll start showing the machining on the next piece.